So here we are answering the question, what makes a good or great leader? So when we think of this and we ask various people and we say, so what makes a good leader to you? They'll tell you one thing and then another one will tell you something else and someone else will say something else. And this is what makes it quite difficult for people to go, oh, how do I become a great leader, or am I a great leader? So what we'll do today is we'll talk about what attributes a great leader has. And I've got six points for you to take away on great leadership. And this is born from, I suppose, me being shy at leadership at the beginning. I was very much a manager at doing things and getting people to do things, and particularly, I would say, not even in a great way, getting people to do things, because that was my issue, is that I kept thinking I had to push them to do it. And it's not really push, it's actually much more of a pull. So it's born out of my experiences, bad and good. And also the work that I've been doing over the years, the many years of helping so many different levels of management, and particularly working with C-suite people, higher up management, because if we get that right, then the rest of the pyramid going down the way works so much better, and we can get it more of a flat surface as well. So we'll talk today about what makes a great leader. So the first thing I'm going to say is LeadingME. It's the work that has been born out of me trying to be the best leader that I could be, and working with so many different people over the years. I've realised there is a thing called LeadingME, and it's a program that I run, and I run it for my one-to-ones, and I also do some programs for the general public, for people to come along, and I mean by that, leaders to come in and actually have an immersion for 5 days on LeadingME. So what does LeadingME actually mean? Well, I used to think I was in leadership development for many years, and then I realised I was actually developing people to understand themselves, right? Because, to be honest, we don't really lead people, people follow. And you'll often hear this thing about follow the example. Cultures are built with everyone following the leader's example. And if there is, even if you are the top person in that company, there may be even somebody more influential below you that other people are following. And it's whether they're following in the right way, as in the person's leading in the right way. And by that, I mean, are they leading in a way that they're saying one thing and doing that, or are they saying one thing and doing another? And we've seen this time and time again. I mean, collapses of massive businesses, things like greed coming into it, things like, I'm all right, Jack, don't care about you, just want the results in. All of that is born out of a leadership that is nothing to do with LeadingME. Because LeadingME is about balancing of the ego. So the one thing I'd like to say here is we need ego. So stop trying to push ego away and saying, leave ego at the door, don't bring ego in. Yes, you've no choice. You're a human being. You have ego, so you need to bring that into meetings. But what I'd say is bring in a balanced ego. So that's the first part, is balancing your ego, and that gives you clarity around what is needed to help the business, help the people, help yourself, okay? And I'm all for the leaders helping themselves, but not to the detriment of the company or the people. So it's very much a balance. And for me to be able to lead in the right way and lead me in the right way, either personally or in a business sense, I have to know me. That's where LeadingME comes from. I need to know me, or in actual fact, I can be leading people all sorts of places that I don't even know. So balanced ego comes from LeadingME. I need to know what are my values, what are my vision, what's my purpose. And I don't mean the companies, I mean me as an individual. What does all that mean to me? A lot of leaders, and to be honest with you, probably every person that I've ever worked with, have got an idea about their values, but actually don't know them inside out, can just, my values are this, this, and this, and can name them, and it's one word, and it's not your usual integrity, trust, teamwork. It's not all of that bollocks, to be honest. It's much more personal, and the words are very personal to you, and it's how you live your life. And the thing is, you don't like yourself when you're living against the values, and that's usually what brings us down and makes us stuck. And we get stuck into ideas that we have to stay where we are, or we can't move forward because of X, Y, and Z, okay? If I know me well enough, I know if this isn't working for me, I need to either exit or change something within that. And it's me that needs to change, not the other people, okay? So that's leading me. So I'm going to give you the 6 keys to great leadership. 6 keys. First one that I've just been talking about is I need to know me. If I don't know me, to be honest, there's no bloody point. So if I know me, I know what I want, what I need. I know that that company that I'm working with works with me beautifully because it works with my values, it works with my vision and purpose. I buy into their value, vision and purpose. Everything works really well, and I'm bringing people into the organisation that actually serves the organisation themselves, because we all have shared values, purpose and vision, or at least we've got some sort of shared within that. So that's the first thing, is I need to know me. The other part of this is I need to know my people. Interviews, I used to ask this question all the time: what motivates you? And because it was sales that I worked in mostly in my life, people would say money. Money motivates me. And I understand that. And I get that people think money motivates them, but it doesn't. And I used to have a classic answer to this, which was, okay, if money motivates you, then let me ask you this. I want you to go back to the worst manager you've ever had in your entire life. It was so bad, you had to get out. It was really, really bad. And you can see in their faces when they go there. Now I want you to think, okay, Mags Bell, is going to give you $50,000, pounds, whatever it may be, to stay there. 100, no. Okay, I'll do 200,000. No. I'll give you $500,000 to stay, but you have to stay. You can't leave again. No. I'll give you $1 million. No. And you see, money isn't the motivator. We think it is. It's what money buys is our motivation. But I need to understand what motivates my people so that I can build an environment of motivation for them. Okay? So I needed to understand my people. I need to know what makes them tick. I need to know what they love to do with their money. I need to know what lights them up. Is it family? Is it travel? Is it, food? It could be all sorts of things that light them up. And usually that's built into the value system as well. So I need to know my people, and I need to know them well. And if I need to know them well, I need to have conversations. I need to talk to people, make them understand that I'm interested in them. So I have to have an interest. None of this fake shite that, I'll ask because Mag said that was a good thing to do. No. I mean, get really interested in your people, their lives, and what it's all about. That way, you can then have empathy and you can understand, okay? Third thing I would say is know what the company vision, value and purpose is. Understand that is what you want and what the people working with you want. And if it is, then you can actually go, particularly the vision. You need to be taking your people in the vision. So I would have the vision, the company vision, but I'd also have the vision for the team. What did we want? And the team were involved in that. What did the team want vision-wise for 10 years out, 5 years out, 3 years out, a year out? okay? So we really want that far gone. What are we looking to do? And then that's what we strive for. And everything we talk about is about, does this fit the values? Does this fit the vision? You know, does this fit our purpose? You know, the whole mission statement stuff is basically a purpose that your team have. You know, when was the last time you done that with your team? Did you just take the company's one and that was it? Because you really need one for your team so that everybody's rowing in the same direction instead of people rowing in all sorts in one oar only, right? So make sure everybody knows exactly where we're all heading and we've all bought into that. And that includes new people coming in. Talk to them about what the company's vision, value, purpose, and also talk about the teams and how the team came together on that. And if you haven't done that, then you need to do that ASAP. Clarity and direction. Once you know all of that, then you can be clear. Then you can be, if you know me and I know them and I know what the company want, I can be as clear as. The one thing that people misunderstand is the leader should be clear in direction and should be giving direction. It's not a case of just standing back and letting them flounder and hope and let them make mistakes and they'll learn by them. Yes, that's very true, and allow people to make mistakes and learn by them. But it's not about floundering, it's about giving direction. It's about helping people reach goals. It's about chunking little goals down so that people can, you know, master them on the way and actually get appreciated for what they're doing on the way. So clarity of direction is a must. That's number 4. Number 5, 2 of the most difficult things that some leaders find. Discipline and encouragement. They go hand in hand, to be honest. There is no, you know, just come down hard on people or, you know, just be really nice. Okay, we had nice to everyone in there. 22% of people that we had done a poll with had said that they wanted the manager to be nice, their leader to be nice. Encouragement makes it sound nice, but both encouragement and discipline, and what I mean by discipline is that you're able to have the hard conversations. And if you can't do this, you need to go and learn how to do that, because it's one of the vital things to help people grow and develop. And I'm all for growing and developing. If we don't know what we're doing right, we can't keep doing it. If we don't know what we're doing wrong, then we're going to keep doing it and people will get really pissed off with us. So, as the leader, it is my duty of care to feed back to people. 1, look for the things they're doing really well, tell them, and also to explain when they're not doing something very well and explain to them how to change that behavior. I have a thing called the bar model, and if you want a copy of the bar model, then pop a comment in below, send a message to me, info@magsbell.com. I'll send you the bar model. It's a really easy behavioral model to help people modify their behavior and change their behavior, okay? But we need to be able to have those difficult conversations. And the more you shy away, the more pissed off the rest of the team gets. The person just carries on behaving the way you do, and the more pissed off you get. So it's not their fault if you are not explaining to them how they need to change their behavior, okay? That's up to you to be the leader, stand up and actually do the job that you've been paid to do. But encouragement's really important too. So this 5th one, what we really need to be doing is being specific, both when we're feeding back on encouragement and also when we're feeding back when something isn't happening. Now, there was, again, within that poll, we had someone say, you know, competency. They wanted their leader to be competent and constructive. I think this is what they were referring to. If you're encouraging, and it's specific encouragement. So don't do this thing where you just say, oh, that's really good, right? You keep saying that, it diminishes. But when you say, when you done that there, that was brilliant because what it done was this, this, and this. And the knock-on effect is fantastic on that, right? That is proper feedback of encouragement. But the same comes when When you actually done this, again, specifics, when you done this, this is the effect it had on these various people. So what do you think you need to do to change that? Okay. So that's number 5. Number 6 falls in with this, because one of the best ways to discipline or feedback to someone is through coaching. Because coaching is about actually asking questions. It helps the development, and it's coaching for success. So when we hear the word discipline, we assume it's a bad thing. In actual fact, over the years that I've helped discipline people, and I mean by that, being constructive in my feedback on how they need to change behaviours, or how they need to actually bring, whatever targets they're aiming for, how they need to do that, and where they're falling back on. Each time I've done it, when I got good at doing it, it was really on a coaching basis. So what do you need to help you do that? So what is it that's stopping you from doing? What is it that caused that? So a lot of coaching questions. So coaching for development of success of the person, the company, and what it's striving to do, and for you. Because remember, these people are a reflection on you. So if they're not doing very well, then you have to look at you. And this goes for the employee too. If you're not doing very well either, working with the boss, you've got to go, well, what about me? And this is leading me at its best, when both sections are looking at me rather than the other person. Okay? It's usually always to do with me. So what do I need to change? All right? So that's the 6 areas that we need to focus on when we're looking to be great leaders. I'd love you to comment, let me know, subscribe, whatever you want, ring the bell, do whatever. Make sure that you catch up every time with these as I share the insights through the experiences I've had in my life and the things that actually help people get better in life and lead me. So LeadingME is basically what we need to be doing, but we need to understand also who we're leading. So balancing that ego, getting the clarity, giving direction, knowing your people, that vision, value, purpose stuff, so important for yourself, for your people, and also for the company. So make sure you're very clear on that. Encourage away and use coaching each time when it's the side where you're having to bring people to notice of behaviours that need to change. So, as always, from me for now, stay true, stay you, keep bringing out your brilliance, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.